Good morning, everybody. Uh, we've had some good rain here in southern Missouri, and God knows we've needed it. Temperatures kind of dropped. Joy and I have been cooking for the last month, and we're very thankful for that. We've got more rain coming in here today, so we're going to work in the barn. But before we go to work on training some more of these 2-year-olds and things, I haven't shot a video for Facebook for quite a while. And one reason we haven't is because all of our video shooting has been going to our Patreon page. And what we've been doing is putting up full, uncut training videos on and basically showing what it takes to make a great trail horse. And these are basic things that very few horses have. Now, the reason why I say that is because my wife came up with a program here, and it's called Weekends with Mike and Joy. And people bring their horses here. We assess their horses. We assess them. I do a lot of groundwork on the horses. And every time they come in, it is the exact same thing. So what it is, very few horses out there have a foundation on them. Very few horses out there will bend. Very few horses out there are respectful. Very few horses out there will get off of you. They're always up in your face. Now, the horses are just so stiff that you really can't do anything with them, and yet people are out here riding those horses. And I've said this in the past. What it boils down to is they're getting away with it. Because if something bad happened, they have no way of shutting those horses down. And what we are doing is giving people tools to have more control of their horse. And I've thought about it a lot. If you're a trail rider, if you can't lunge your horse and it lope around you respectful and get the fresh off, if you can't flex your horse and just 2 fingers, him pick up and flex, if you can't do a 1 rein stop at the walk, trot, and the canter, and you can't do that stuff in a barn or in an arena, what makes you think that you can go out here on 10,000 acres of public ground and go on a trail ride and be in control of your horse? Because a barn or an arena is a confined space. Okay, there's only so many places he can go. But when you go out here and get on the trail, it is a great, big, wide world. And all I can tell you is you'd better have control of your horses. For the last 2 days, Joy and I have taken out 2 colts that we've started here that have never, ever been ridden out in the woods in their lives. And what I done is I sat here and I worked these horses on the ground. I got all my groundwork down. I went to riding them, and I have worked these horses for a month before I ever took them out. Now, was there problems? Sure, there's problems. One colt, really nothing bothered him. He'd pretty much go wherever you wanted. The other colt struggled with some things. But doing our groundwork properly, getting all the groundwork stuff done, I was able to get off and do my groundwork at the places we were having problems and corrected it. When I got done, I got back on the horse and we went right on through with what we were doing. Okay, my horses would bend. Those colts would bend. They didn't rip my knees off on trees going through there. And where we ride, there's some tight spots. Okay, there's some tight spots. So this is something that I wanted to come and address to y'all. We're in the middle of trail riding season. Now, right now it's hot, and a lot of people say, "Oh my God, you can't go on a trail ride when it's this hot." Well, get up, get out in the woods early. There's a canopy in there. It's not that bad. You can go on a ride and get back. Riding never stops here. Whether it's 10 degrees or whether it's 100 degrees, we have got to train our horses. And, you know, a lot of times Joy and I we went home of a day because it was so hot. But we come back in here about 9, 10 o'clock at night and work till 1 or 2 in the morning. Is it still hot? You bet it's still hot. But it's not as bad as the day, and we can go ahead and work our horses. What this all is a commitment to having a great horse. A commitment to having a great horse. And the things that I want to stress to you is, we had a lady come in here, and she had a horse for the weekend. I worked the horse. My God, it was stiff, disrespectful, the whole deal. She had told me before she got here that one of her big problems with that horse was it would take off when you went to get on it. Well, I forgot about it. I forgot about her telling me that. I went through all of my groundwork, got everything done, got the horse saddled up, went to get on it, and it hit me what she had said, and I stopped and I said, now look, you said you can't get on this horse because he'll take off, right? She said, that's exactly right. Said, he will. He'll take off every time. I'm telling you, I stepped foot in the stirrup, pulled myself up on that horse, and he never moved. Now, with that said, what I'm telling you is, I never one time addressed that problem. I never addressed mounting the horse. What I done is got my foundation on the horse. I got respect of the horse. I got control of his feet, which give me control of his mind. And that's what I'm trying to tell everybody. Look, you've got to have the respect of your horse. And another thing is, you can't be pussyfooting around with them. You've got to be clear and precise in the things you want. Now, you don't have to be an animal doing it. What you got to be is a teacher. You've got to teach a horse what you want. You've got to give him time to figure it out. Just like in the woods the other day. We came to our first creek crossing. That colt had never saw a creek. He wasn't interested in going over that. But with just a little bit of encouragement, and I had his body soft, I could hold him between my hands and my legs. And when he would drop his head, stop. Let him sniff. Let him waller around in that. And when he picks his head up, ask him to go on. We come to another instance where there was some steps going down to another creek. And they had come in there and put poles in to stop erosion from that trail going into that creek. Well, that was quite a deal to be stepping down, to get down in there. Well, I can tell you right now, he wasn't having any of that. Okay? So, what did I do? I kept asking him while I was on him, and then all of a sudden he went to shaking his head and he went to pawing. That colt was getting agitated. He was getting confused. He was very unsure about the situation. What did I do? I stopped. I backed him up away from it, and I got off, and I always leave my training halter on. I sat there and done my sending exercise and sent him down it. And when he got to the bottom, I turned around and sent him back up it. When he got to the top, I sent him back down and sent him back up it. I stopped, put my rope back up, tied my rope off, and got on him. And he went right down it. Me getting off him, doing the things that we done in this barn, helped him so much because he was very familiar. He knew what to do. He knew what to do whenever I got off and twirled the end of that rope. He knew to go forward. And he never questioned that. With me on him, he did question it. Guys, we've got to use our heads on this. We made a video early this spring. We already knew of 3 people that had taken the helicopter ride because they had caught up their horses, went on a trail ride, and got themselves bucked off and got themselves hurt really bad. We are doing everything we can here to help people avoid that. Okay. I know of a lot of people that have been bucked off in horse shows. And those were supposedly great horses. One of them was a $25,000 horse, they said. That's what it'd take to buy him. Well, how much is he worth when he piles somebody in the dirt? I wish I could sell horses for $25,000 after they buck somebody off. These are the things that is out here. The problem is, you can do this groundwork all you want to, and you can get proficient at it, okay? And I mean, you can get really great at doing groundwork. Sooner or later, you're going to have to step on his back and you're going to have to ride him. And you're going to have to teach him from his back as well. Okay? Is that a nerve-wracking deal? Sure. For some people it is. And even me. When I take these colts out for the first time, yeah, I'm sitting here wondering, okay, what's he going to do? Because in all honesty, I have no idea what he's going to do. I have a good idea. And I know that I have control. I know I can do a one-rein stop and get those horses to stop. But still, you don't know. It's riding off. It's kind of like driving down the road with your headlights off. And it's a full moon and you can see, but you're not sure what's going to happen. So have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in your horse. Put some trust in him so he can put some trust in you. When I'm riding them horses, I'm very confident riding them. My heart rate's down. I'm loose. I'm on there like we're here in the barn saying, okay, this is no big deal. We've done this a bunch of times. And we head out and go down the road. So that's kind of what I wanted to come to y'all and talk to you about this morning. Do your homework. And another big thing that I get from people, Mike, I don't want to do this groundwork for the rest of my life like this. That's just too much. Sure, I agree. It wears me out in here. If you'd see some of the stuff that's went on in this barn that we have on our Patreon page, you'd say, how in the world do you do that? Teach it. Get the horses done. Get them taught all this stuff. And then you can go to the stall and pull them out, do just a couple of things, saddle them up and ride them off. It does not have to be the rest of your life. But you've got to do it at first so that you have control of your horse. Your horse knows how to bend and all this and that. And another thing I wanted to key on is when we take these horses out for the first time, look, guys, they've been rode in this barn. Sandy in here, it's flat. I mean, they can get around. You go up to where we ride, it's a half a mile hill going down. It's as rocky as it can be. Right there was another instance. We was going down a pretty steep part of that. And that old colt got to a point and he stopped and went to going backwards. He said, look, I'm not going down no more. I can't do that. Rather than sitting there spurring and beating and banging, I got off. I got off twice that day. I got off, undone my rope, and sent him down the hill and turned him and brought him back up. I done that twice. When I got him back up the top, I put my rope up, stepped on him, and rode him down the hill. And after I done that, he had a lot more fluid motion going down. Because what that done is that give him some confidence. We give him some time to sit there and think about it. And we give him the opportunity to find out he can do that and he won't die. Okay? Self-preservation kicks into these horses a lot. Self-preservation has kept horses alive for millions of years. And I think a lot of trainers overlook self-preservation on what a horse is going through. I don't. He's sitting here saying, wait a minute, I can't do this. This is bad. And I could die if I do it. And I'm sitting here saying, no, you're fine. Trust me, I'm not going to send you anywhere where you're going to get hurt. Does that make any sense to y'all? Do your work, enjoy the ride. Do your work, enjoy the ride. That's all you have to do. I am very proud of what Joy and I have done here. And I'm very proud of what we've accomplished. We have had some people come in here on the weekend deal that were absolutely zero confidence and scared. We've worked with them. We've worked with their horse. And what I love is when we get messages saying, we just rode our horses out on the backside of our place and we've never been able to do that. It changes people's lives. I know that sounds silly, but it does. It gives them the confidence to go out here and do something they've never done before. And it also gives them the confidence that they have the tools in their toolbox so that they can stop off something bad from happening. That's the whole deal. I listened to another trainer and I heard about it last night. He was talking about one rein stops. He don't do it. He don't do it. I ain't doing a one rein stop, and I ain't teaching that because a horse loping and you go to do a one rein stop, you can flip him over. Sure you can. If you haven't taught him to do a one rein stop, you know, here's your deal, folks. On the one rein stop, everybody thinks all you do is set up there and pull that horse's head around. Yeah, that is it. Do you know how much preparation goes into it to get that horse where you can pull his head around? You have to teach him to do a one rein stop. Okay? Because I'll tell you right now, and I don't know, I don't think I put it on Facebook, some of the horses I ride around in here, I can be riding and actually sit down and just pick one rein straight up, and those horses will stop. You want to know why they're doing that? I've done so many one rein stops on them. When they feel that pressure come up, they're anticipating one rein stopping, buddy. They're starting to sit down and shut down and stop going. And you can sit there and do a one rein stop with 2 fingers. Soft, soft. When you flip a horse over on doing a one rein stop, I'll tell you what you got. You've got a horse that won't flex. You've got a horse that's really stiff. You've got a horse that won't give to your hands. That's what you've got. And he's sitting there pulling on you. My God, a horse pulling on your hands, he'll stumble all the time. You want to know why? He's focused on pulling on your hands and getting his head down and bracing against you, and it gets him off balance. You've got to get these horses up here where you can ride them on a loose rein and get those horses in balance, get them framed up, and do all this stuff. So that's just some of the things I wanted to say here this morning. We love trail riding. Joy and I traveled all year last year. This year we've been home and we've been doing a lot of work. Our business has changed before our eyes. We still sell some horses. Our main topic is you. Our main topic that we do right now, form a business, is keeping you safe and helping you with your horses. We done a clinic in Oklahoma. Those horses that was in there, I had quarter horses, I had foxtrotting horses, I had Peruvian Pasos. I had all these different kind of horses. Do you know what the number one problem was with each and every one of those horses? Stiffness. Stiffness and not giving. That was the problem. Stiffness and not giving. No preparation whatsoever. No preparation whatsoever. The other big problem was confidence in the riders. Confidence in the riders. If you want to get a good seat on you, on your horse, I highly advise you to start loping. Loping will get you in time with your horse and get you setting up there comfortably. Don't go out here in a 100-acre field and start loping. If you have to, get in a round pen, get in an arena, get in a barn. Do something like that. But lope your horses. I don't care if he's gaited or not. I'm sick of hearing that too. Gaited horses will lope. Some of them will lope better than others. Some of them, it's miserable when you first start loping them. Trust me, I know. I've had them here. Other horses pick it right up. So don't be worried about screwing up your gaits and all that nonsense. There's so much crap out here that is not true. It is not true. The number one thing I want everybody to understand, do you know what a horse is? I'll tell you. It's a horse. It's a horse first, a walking horse second, a foxtrotting second, a quarter horse second, a paso second. First of all, it's a horse. And second of all, you need to train him with horsemanship and stop forcing all this crap on these horses. You know, we take a lot of horses in here for training. Let me tell every one of you something right now. Those 30-day horses are a thing of the past. If you want me to ride your horse and train your horse, and you only want to have him spend 30 days here, you don't even need to bother calling us, because all 30 days is nothing but a start. It's nothing but a start, because I am not one of these trainers that's going to cram everything in there on 30 days and that horse be so overwhelmed that it don't know nothing. It takes 60 to 90 days before you can get a colt really started well and knowing what's expected of him. It's like I said, these colts in here that I've started, they've been standing here in this barn for 30 days. And we never did take them out. Hell, I never even took them out here and rode them up and down the driveway. They were rode inside this barn. I made sure they understood what I wanted, when I wanted it, and how to respond to it before I took them to the Lazy Sea in about 6,000 acres. Okay? Just, guys, if there's anything we can do to help you, feel free to send Joy and I a message. Call us on the phone. Feel free to join our Patreon page. I mean, you have a lot of amenities there with the Patreon page, and you see full uncut training videos. You see the good, the bad, and the whole deal. So just pay attention. If there's anything we can do to help you, give us a call and have fun out on the trails, and we hope to see you on the trail.